may seem blindingly obvious, but a study of 860 corporates found that those who invest in improving customer experience did better. Not exactly surprising, maybe, but here's an interesting quote at the bottom here. Customer experience has emerged as the single most important aspect in achieving success across all industries. It's about loyalty and it's about value. It's about how customers feel. Fundamentally, if you can build the loyalty, you can build the value that those customers or citizens bring to your organization. Okay, so we have a chart here. I'm going to use my light pen now because I've never used one of these before. Does it work? Yes, it does. So over here, destructive emotions. These can undermine the value generally that comes to an organization. If people feel badly about you, that can rapidly undermine value. But if you can keep them satisfied, potentially loyal, potentially become advocates of an organization, then the value they bring will increase. So what would it mean for citizens to become advocates of a police force? Potentially greater involvement, perhaps acting as more eyes and ears out on the street. If your law-abiding majority could work with you, you're going to get improved results, potentially save some money. Here's a quote from a couple of days ago from Anne at Norfolk. She's chairman of the Association of Police PR Officers, talking about improving the confidence of the public again. And she's saying we need to deliver more media and comms at a lower cost. Well, she would say that because she's Association of Police PR Officers. But I think she's got a point. We do need to do this. We do need to use more comms more effectively and at lower cost. But how are we going to do that? You know, there's only so many PCSOs, there's only so many doorbells you can ring on, so there must be other solutions we can embrace using technology. Here's an interesting quote. Emotions drive value. Going back to the previous graph, increasing the value to an organization, it's people's feelings, it's people's emotions that will drive the value of them to an organization. And if there's one thing I want you to take away from today which might hearten you about this, it's this. It's kind of a formula, but it's not. Customer delight equals customer expectation plus 1. In other words, you don't need to do much above people's expectations, their preconceived expectations, to make them happy. Remember that point. Let's put it down to the bottom. So let's start again with the negative emotions which people unfortunately often associate with the police and their experiences with them. We've got some here, I won't go through them all. Stressed, neglected, frustrated, dissatisfied. Okay, what can we do about that? If you asked those people who are stressed, neglected, dissatisfied with an organization, what do you want? Across a range of industries, what they're typically going to say is this. They want good old-fashioned service. What does that mean? If you ask them, what do you actually mean by that? What is it? It's about a personalised experience, a personalised dialogue, whether it's the Bobby on the beat having a chat with them. It's making them feel acknowledged, understanding and listening to their concerns, making them feel cared for, making them feel valued. How do we do that? Here's some rocket science. It's not as complicated as it looks, and this is the nub of what we're talking about here. Remember the targeting from the first paragraph on the first slide. It's about the way you can give a personal experience to all those citizens, make them feel acknowledged and cared for, and also reduce some cost and bureaucracy with it. Okay, so moving from the customer service side, inbound contact. A lot of policing is based on telephony. If people are calling you, if they're holding on the phones, why play them green sleeves? Don't play them green. Give them something useful. it may be there's a major incident happening and they're calling to find out what they should do. If so, give them that information on hold. Feed them something useful so they can self-serve. It may be that they were calling about and they can go away happy without having had to speak to you. But better than that, proactively communicate to them, whether it be case updates, whatever it might be, before they need to call you. Proactively let them know. This is the update, we'll contact you again in a week. Technology lets you do this right now, so long as, again, we have Roy's integration, but I'll come on to how that can be achieved.